David Montrose, Dave Montrose, the son of a Jewish tailor who, as a young boy, like so many others, came to the United States from Russia in the early 1900s. This is the story of how he fought his way from the street corners of a small Midwestern city to the sports pages of America, and how he went on to become one of the great world boxing contenders of the 1920s and 1930s. When the Montrose family arrived in the United States, they settled in Sioux City, Iowa. There, at an early age, young David began selling newspapers on the streets. The best street corners went to the newsboys who could fight the best, and David quickly mastered the sweet science of boxing. He soon turned professional. In one of his early fights, the ring announcer introduced him. "In this corner." Then, realizing he didn't know the young fighter's name, only that he was a newsboy, "The brown-skinned newsboy." Then, inspiration. "Newsboy Brown." The name stuck. Meanwhile, another Sioux City boy was making a name for himself in the boxing world. Connie Curry had spent his summer working out with heavyweight champion Jack Dempsey in Great Falls. Curry was fast becoming a fan favorite after a victory over up-and-coming Pat Moore, and was looking forward to a move to the Chicago boxing scene. Newsboy Brown and Connie Curry were a natural matchup. They fought each other 4 times before enthusiastic crowds in Sioux City from 1922 to 1923, each contest ending in no decision. Finally, in their 5th pairing in May of 1924 in Omaha, Nebraska, Brown took the decision. Brown then went east, taking on bouts in Boston, New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. He then ventured west, and when the Olympic Auditorium opened on August 5, 1925 in Los Angeles, California, Newsboy Brown was on the card, fighting in front of a celebrity-packed audience, including luminaries like Al Jolson, Rudolph Valentino, and Jack Dempsey. By then a resident of the Boyle Heights area of Los Angeles, Brown was fast becoming a local boxing favorite. The flyweight champion of the world in 1925 was popular Olympic gold medalist Fidel Barba. Brown had fought Barba twice to a draw. The first time was on April 17, 1925, but that was before Barba captured the crown from Frankie Gennaro. The second time was on October 5, 1926, when both fighters weighed in over the limit. Brown had also twice soundly defeated the previous flyweight champion, Frankie Gennaro. The first time was on October 14, 1925, but Gennaro had lost the title to Barba 2 months earlier. Again, Brown beat Gennaro on January 21, 1927, but it was before Gennaro regained the flyweight crown after Barba retired later that year. Newsboy Brown's big chance came on December 16, 1927, at Madison Square Garden in New York. After Barba gave up the crown to attend Stanford University, Newsboy Brown faced off against a former soldier from New York named Corporal Izzy Schwartz for the Flyweight Championship of New York. The fight went the 15-round distance, with Schwartz fighting the huskier Brown to a standstill. And in the end, it was not the newsboy, but the little soldier, who won recognition by the state of New York as the world flyweight champion. But less than a month later, Brown had a second chance for a world title. Schwartz's title victory was recognized only in New York, and Barba had proclaimed his successor to be another young fighter named Johnny McCoy. On January 3, 1928, Newsboy Brown won recognition as the flyweight champion in California by taking the decision over McCoy in a 10-round contest at the Olympic Auditorium in Los Angeles. Brown eventually lost his California flyweight title to a Scottish fighter named Johnny Hill in London on August 29, 1928. He then went on to defeat flyweights and bantamweights like Ernie Peters, Ramon Montoya, Ernie Hood, Tommy Hughes, Pablo Dano, Tommy Gardner, Midget Walgast, Claude Warner, Archie Bell, Billy Kane, Eugene Hewitt, and Panama Al Brown. On February 10, 1931, boxing promoter Jack Doyle arranged the first California Bantamweight Championship fight between Newsboy Brown and Speedy Dado. Dado won that decision, but he held the championship belt for only 3 weeks before losing it again to Newsboy Brown in a rematch on March 3, 1931. After successfully defending his California Bantamweight title 7 times, Newsboy Brown came to Sacramento, California on January 28, 1932, with his title on the line one more time. The event was the talk of the town. The challenger was a popular fighter from the Philippines named Young Tommy. Heavyweight champ Jack Dempsey happened to be in town at the same time, training at the same gym as the Newsboy, and crowds had been gathering to watch the two spar. The Brown-Tommy match set an all-time attendance record at Sacramento's Memorial Auditorium. But, in a surprising upset, when the contest was over that night, Jack Dempsey turned over Brown's championship belt to Tommy. Newsboy Brown's last fight was against Baby Casanova in Mexico City on April 2, 1933. By that time, the Newsboy had accumulated a record of 86 professional fights, with 55 wins, 10 by knockout. The fighting Newsboy from Sioux City then finally retired into private life with his wife and family in Southern California. After doing some stunt work in Hollywood for cowboy actor Tom Mix, he landed a job in the properties department of a Hollywood movie studio. And when actor William Holden starred in the boxing movie Golden Boy in 1939, it was Newsboy Brown who served as the technical advisor. It was a long journey from the village in Russia to the glitter of Hollywood, in many ways a reflection of the path the country itself took in the time that Newsboy Brown lived. Dave Montrose died in Los Angeles, California in 1977 at the age of 73. He is fondly remembered in the boxing community as a tough scrapper with the heart of a lion.